Well, you guys forgot I existed, didn't you? Without getting too much into details, I've been taking care of a tiny baby for the past couple weeks, and that is why I haven't been able to work on some stuff, besides other life stuff as well, obviously. So, without getting even more into it, let's answer some questions. Finnick Fox asked, how do you find the courage to draw outside of your comfort zone? Any tips to overcome it? It's really hard to get out of your comfort zone when drawing. Honestly, all you have to do is force yourself. I tell myself I'm not going to get any better if I just keep drawing the same thing over and over. And obviously, I mean, like, you see my art, a lot of it is the same thing over and over. And there's nothing wrong with, kind of just sitting down and being like, you know what, I'm just going to draw something super easy for me, something I do all the time. Just, you need to get it out of your system sometimes. But definitely, once in a while, be like, okay, I'm really bad at drawing this angle. Let's tackle that. Because you're not going to improve without actually doing it. So that's pretty much the only thing that pushes me to start drawing something that I'm not super comfortable with, which is just seeking out improvement. Reminiscent Roxy asked, where do you get inspiration for designing clothes for your characters? I like to look at a lot of fashion websites. Not necessarily fashion, but like clothing websites. Also, when I go out, shopping at a mall and I see a mannequin wearing a really nice outfit, I'll take pictures of that as well for reference. I don't use them too often as references, but just knowing that I have them really helps a lot. And then trying to do it from memory actually makes it really nice too, just because you can't exactly memorize it, but you kind of add your own thing to it, so it makes it better. I don't know how to explain it, but just using a lot of references, that's how I get a lot of my fashion stuff, or pretty much just designing clothes that I wish existed but probably don't, something that I would like to wear. Of course, it does have to match your character. You can't draw all of your characters, wearing the same type of clothes that you would. Make sure they match the character's personality, but references, short answer, I guess. Cough007 or 007 asked, thoughts on human taxidermy? Honestly, sounds super creepy, but if that's what the person wanted, I don't see why not. I mean, it's kind of a thing, right? Isn't there that museum that has real human bodies for, posed and doing different certain things? It might be just a muscle though, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing, and I thought that was really cool. I honestly wouldn't mind that being me after I'm gone. Captain asked, the most embarrassing phase you've gone through? It's probably my entire freshman year of high school was probably my most embarrassing phase. I've gone through some phases, I went through a Sonic phase, but even that wasn't that embarrassing, because that was just a thing I was super into. But Jesus, freshman year of high school was a trip. It really was. Not gonna go through that again, hopefully. Starcute or Starcute? I think it's Starcute. If you didn't do art, what kind of YouTube channel would you be instead? Either gaming or ASMR. I'm super into both of those things. Probably gaming, just because back in 2013-ish, I think I actually bought some screen recording stuff. And I recorded a couple of videos of Skyward Sword, but I realized I'm really bad at commentary, so I never uploaded them. And I wish I had them just so I can rewatch them, but I don't even know if I saved them or not. But yeah, I think gaming was probably a big thing that I really wanted to do. I would still love to do that now, just because video games are so fun. I just play Zelda games though, so I don't know if that would work out. But if you guys ever want to watch me game, let me know. Can Draw Stuff In asked, how do you deal with breakups? So I haven't really gone through an official breakup, but I've gone through something super close to it. And the only advice I can give is wait it out, which doesn't sound like good advice, but that quote, that time, what is that quote? Only time heals, or I don't know, man, something like that, is super true. You gotta just live one day at a time, and it does get better with time. It's just gonna take a while, depending on, how invested you were in them and how long you've been with them and all that stuff. It's gonna take a long time. I remember when I first went through it, I think I cried over them for like a good 6 months, like every day for 6 months, which is a lot. I think. Not sure actually, because I haven't gone through like a real one, and I hope I never do. But don't be afraid to cry, you know, like let yourself grieve. I know there's a lot of like advice out there, not advice, but there's a lot of people who are like, you know, why are you crying over them? They were jerks, or they, you know, they hurt you, blah, blah, blah. Like, be strong about it. And it's true, but also like, don't feel bad because you want to cry or you have to cry. Sometimes you just gotta let it out. Have a good cry session in the shower. Take care of yourself. You can focus on yourself now. Nurture yourself. Talk to yourself, or not talk to yourself, but treat yourself like you would treat, you know, yourself as an 8-year-old, you know? Like, nurture yourself. Did I already say that? But seriously, time will heal you. You just gotta make it through that. I'm really bad at this kind of advice. I think I do have a video on heartbreak though, so like you can watch that too. T-Class or T-Clace asked, would you ever try animating? Probably not animating, but like animatics maybe, you know, like that kind of slideshow kind of stuff. I don't think I have the patience for animating. It's a lot of work and very time consuming, and in this stage in my life, like right now, I don't have the time. Maybe one day, like in the future, but as of right now, I just can't do that. But I do want to do, you know, I do want to try animatics, and I'm hoping to start like, you know, storyboarding one of those out soon, because I have a lot of like stories and topics I want to go over, but I feel like talking over a speed paint just won't do it justice. So I am planning some out, but God knows when those are coming out. Tanzarts asked, or, you know, said, tips on doing commissions. I do want to do like an entire video on commissions, like taking commissions and, you know, commissioning other people. But I'll tell you like stuff off the top of my head right now. Give yourself a schedule. Give yourself a certain amount of time to work on commissions a day. Some people try to work on commissions all day, and if you have the time, fine. If it's like a healthy thing for you, that's fine. But a lot of the times, you know, you can only work on other people's art for so long before losing motivation. So give yourself hours, you know, a good amount of hours to work on it a day, and then maybe, you know, take breaks, take lunches, draw for yourself sometimes. You want to give yourself a break so you're just like not out of motivation when it comes down to working on actual art. I recommend having everything written down, not written down, but like have an agreement that they can sign off. I think Google Forms is pretty good with that. You can have like all of your rules on a Google form, and then they have to like sign it virtually. That's really good for when you might come across a scammer. People will try to scam you online. You will finish their commission and they're like, I don't like it, and then they'll request a refund. Did I say that right? Request a refund on PayPal, and PayPal normally does take the side of the consumer and not the artist, so you can get screwed over pretty easily. So have everything down. Make sure you have them, you know, sign a terms and agreement thing. Communicate through like emails if you can. Screenshot everything, you know, if things start coming out like sketchy. Obviously not every single person who commissions you is going to be sleazy. I have not ever, as of right now, come across a sleazy person in commission. I've been really lucky, but I've had friends who have been scammed, or who people have attempted to scam, and it's really, really uncool. Protect yourself. I also recommend at least taking 50% of the payment up front before starting. I personally do not start a commission until I'm paid 100% of the money, but before I would do at least 50%, just because, again, people who try to take advantage of artists, you know, I know artists who won't accept the payment until they're done with the drawing, but at that point you don't know if that person is going to send you the money after they get what they wanted, you know? So at least try to accept 50% of it and then get the other 50% after the work is done. But yeah, if you can get 100% of it, that's good. Sorry, I'm rambling. I really need to make a video on this. Honestly, that's all I'm gonna talk about for commissions right now. I do want to make a whole video on it, so I'm just gonna have to write everything down and do a whole thing on that. But yeah, those are like my top advices. I think those are all the questions I'm going to answer. I do have some videos recorded for you guys. I just gotta get working on them. It's just been kind of hard with work and with this new little baby. But I will hopefully see you guys way sooner. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Thank you so much for your patience. Please be good outlets for me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!